Hello, everybody. This is Pyra, and with PAX East 2025 just literally less than a couple weeks away, I don't know how it happened. I'm freaking out. We have to do some more tips and tricks videos. So the general tips and tricks video is up. Go take a look at that. I just finished recording What's in My Bag video round 2. So What's in My Bag should be up here as well. Of course, you can always look at last year's videos. And just like last year we did a PAX Nav App Overview. We're going to do the same thing this year. We're going to look at what the PAX app looks like this year, where to even download it, and what it is. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I have my phone shared screen to the computer so you guys can see exactly what I'm seeing. The PAX Nav app is the official app for PAX conventions, and of course this one is PAX East, though this layout will probably be the same with all the PAXs. It is by Reed Elsevier. I might be saying that wrong, but we know that Reed Pop is the owner, the people who run PAX and PAX East, so this is the official app. So once you download it, of course it says that there are issues. I honestly haven't had too many issues with it before, but once you download it, we're gonna open it, and this is exactly what you see. So this is updated with as much stuff that they've put in here yet, though at the time of this recording, April 27th, they're still missing stuff. So they're dragging their feet. I kind of think it's a Final Fantasy Square Enix thing. I digress. That is a rabbit hole that would take a lot of getting into. But this is what we know right now and what we can see for PAX Nav app. So top to bottom, you're going to see the main page is going to show you show info, featured exhibitors. Of course, they're going to kind of give you their featured folks there, the special guests, everything from Bit Brigade to Damian Haas, all the way through Games Done Quick, Greg Miller, Jonathan Coulton, everybody. And then get badges. So if for some reason you don't have your badges, you can also find them here. The other categories that we have down below, we have a schedule. So this is going to be crucially important, looking at everything every single day to do. There are features, so the exhibitor list, special guests, tabletop exhibitors, maps, which are not fully come out yet. The show floor map is not fully there. And then interact. So this is where you're going to do things like find some PAX playable games, which I think that is new, activating your badge, looking into being an enforcer, looking at their different social medias, Twitter's remains, that always kills me, etc. So we're gonna go top to bottom, from the top, from the homepage, show information, everything you need to know officially is going to be in here. And I say officially because I am an active part in the Discord community. I'm an active part on the Facebook group, the PAX Facebook group. I am an active part on YouTube, giving you guys tips and tricks. But if you want information straight from them, straight from the people who put this show on, this is where you're going to find it, either on the website or on their app. This is where you should look first, because even all of us who've been going to PAX for years, we're going to tell you what we know and what we've seen. However, this is the official rules. So if you need rules and policies, show hours, figuring out how to get to the convention hall itself, this is where you can find it. Also, this is the will call badge pickup, will call or badge pickup. This is the same thing. Show hours, expo hall hours, etc. If you are new to PAX, another thing to say here, even though it's kind of a different video, the expo hall closes at 6. However, the convention center doesn't close in most cases till midnight. And that's because things like concerts, later panels, meetups happen all day, even if the expo hall is closed. So keep that in mind. Board games, usually you could play later in the day. But all of that official information is in the show information. Featured exhibitors. This is going to be the exhibitors that PAX, they're going to highlight these guys first. So there are a ton of exhibitors, but ultimately these top ones before the A's, or before the 2, or then 1, the Wizards of the Coast, all the way up to 9th level games, these are their kind of preferred or featured exhibitors that they show. As you can see, I have some hearts hearted. You can go through here and find booths that you're interested in and just put a heart for like a favorite. Like this 2Gay Games I just did, Cozy's or Corgi's Cozy Hike. You can go and look up any of their information. You can see on map, which I think is a lie. Oh, they do have a map. If you go there. Oh. Huh. They don't have this map available yet. I think I might have spawned an Easter egg. Where's Square Enix and 14? I'm mad. I'm hoping that that's not the case, that they're not going to be there, but we don't know anything yet officially. But I digress. You can find that wasn't the point of this portion of the video. You can find information about the booth all here, just like you would on the website. You can favorite it, so if you want to find your favorites later, one of my funnest things to do on these apps is just favorite and mark down things on the schedule in advance of going to the show, so that when I'm there, I can just say, okay, what exhibitors did I want to see, look up where their booth number is. I could say, okay, what games did I want to play, or what things on the schedule do I want to do, and then just kind of have your own curated list. And then if you go to my favorites, you can see everybody that you favorited there. So I haven't fully favorited a bunch of things, but I started favoriting the ones that I know. Squeenix, where are you? Mad at you. And then, of course, here's the featured exhibitors banner as well. Special guests. These are going to be streamers, cosplayers, panel attendees, content creators, etc. These are going to be folks that have already signed up, that are kind of like officially through PAX, like as like featured attendees. Games Done Quick, we like, there's so many, there's a bunch of different people on here. Same thing if you want to see what folks are doing. So for instance, I know Ben Starr, beautiful baby girl Ben Starr is going. I'll find Ben Starr, and I've already favorited him. Final Fantasy 16 and Natural 6. If you go to his page, of course, a headshot, you can see upcoming times. So he has a story time with Greg Miller here, May 8th. He'll be there. Autograph sessions with Natural 6. There's going to be a D&D live show, Magic the Gathering, Final Fantasy, which I'm going to that one. A bunch of different, he's in a bunch of different like panels and things. So you could even like go and read up more information about what he's going to be doing, or whomever, straight from here. That also gives you a little description of who they are, their social media accounts. I find this super useful if you have like somebody that's like a favorite creator of yours, or actor, voice actor, so you can kind of keep up with what stuff that they got going on. BioShock Infinite, I know that they're fun to watch. Bit Brigade, their concerts are always fun. It doesn't have their time here, which is weird, but you can at least go through and start looking at different autograph sessions slash different panels that they're going to be on. I know this isn't fully updated. Like even Damien Haas I was just looking at, I know he's on at least one panel. So the fact that it's not all showing here is a little weird, but hopefully that they fix this and keep updating this. You, again, of course, can look at your favorites. I have to still go through and look there. There's some of their featured ones. Get badges. If you haven't already, I also made a badges video some months ago. So we'll post a link to that somewhere on this video. We'll post a link to buying badges. Of course, if you are buying badges by the time you see this video for 2025, it's going to be will call only. You will not be able to get these badges in the mail. You will have to go to the convention hall either Wednesday or any other day that the convention is going on and pick up your badges, because it's too late. The ship has sailed to get badges mailed to you. But if you need badges, Saturday is sold out. Bring Your Old Computer is sold out. However, the other days and the 4 days are still available. So this is actually just straight to the website. You can buy your badges there. If you have any questions or issues, go check out my if you have any questions about how to get your badges, check out my last video. All right, so that is it for that kind of homepage. The next one is schedule. Every single thing that is planned at PAX that has a time associated with it is going to be in this schedule. This is probably not fully done. And I say that because PAX has a chronic problem, and it might not just be them, it might be exhibitors or people who are putting these events on and stuff. They have a chronic problem of just adding things at the 11th hour. So expect this to be a mostly compiled list, but do not be surprised if things change. Either additions, subtractions sometimes, if people cancel, swapping times, things like that. My best advice is to go through, look at the things you want to do. Like I was showing you earlier, you can add things to your schedule by just, I don't know what this is, but I'm just going to boop. You click it right there. It puts a check mark. And then what you can do is per day, you can go through, look at everything that's going on. You can look to see what stage that something or where something is at. You can go in a timeline and see it in kind of a nicer timeline form if that feels better for you. Does it actually work? No, it does not. It does not flip. It does not flip if you flip it. I just like looking at not timeline view. I like going like this. Oh. And then you can go to your schedule. So then I can filter out things that I've checked off once I've gone through everything, and I can actually look at things that I have saved per day, so I kind of know exactly what I want to go to, what I have maybe planned, or just making sure there are no conflicts. Even if I don't go to all the things that I schedule, I just like doing it. So if I have like, say if I'm sitting there Saturday and I'm like, or definitely not Saturday this year, say if I'm sitting there Sunday, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do, I'm bored, which probably will never happen. But then I can say, oh, like, oh shit, this thing's happening at 12:30 in the Arachnid Theater. Let me go do that. So I find it nice. To just scroll through this both at the convention and pre-convention to kind of help plan your trip. Another thing that's really cool is this. This is crucial. So I just clicked on this right here, the calendar bell notification thing. Set your schedule reminders. So this will apply to anything that you've checked off in your scheduled events, and you can change this at any time. You can get reminders, either no reminders or 15-minute, 30-minute, or 1 hour or 5-minute. This is super helpful because sometimes when you're standing in lines at PAX, you can stand up like 2 hours to go to a panel in line in the queue. So like really, like I'll even say like an hour in advance. I want like as soon as possible, I want to know that this event is coming up. And then it also helps me if I'm on the opposite side of the building. It helps me kind of collect my thoughts, figure out what I'm doing, finish up anything I'm doing, and then start heading to the event. So this I think is like one of the best parts of this app just there. Just if you're someone that wants to get certain things done, or if you really want to attend a certain panel, just check it off, have it in your schedule, get a reminder, nice and easy peasy. Next one is Features. Features, of course, sponsored by Zenny, which not a sponsor for me, but I get all my classes at Zenny, funny enough. So Zenny, call me. Exhibitor list is going to be the first one. This is going to be all of the exhibitors. There are so many. There are so many. Go through them if you feel so inclined. I don't fully look at this list, and here's why. I just like walking through the exhibitor hall, but I do in like finding new things because sometimes the name means nothing. But I do like going through this a little bit, seeing who's going to be there, if there's anybody that I've heard of before. Of course, you can click on any of these, learn more about them, see it on the map. Exclusive content. So you can learn about exclusive content. I didn't even know that was an availability. And then, of course, like I said before, your favorites. You can start getting a list of favorites and kind of making your own little mental checklist of like, oh shit, I haven't seen such an, so and so, I need to go there. So it's a good tool in your repertoire. Special guests, we kind of already covered this, but this is another place to see what special guests are going to be there. Tabletop exhibitors. It's just a filtered view of the exhibitor list. There's a lot more tabletop happening at PAX, especially since post-COVID. It's just been growing and growing. So you can see those 3 different categories here and start picking out who you want to see. The maps. The maps are here, and it's funny that it showed it, but it says more maps soon. The first one is the stacked maps. This is kind of like, this is just a cross section of where everything is. So we have level 0, that's your expo hall, that's your tabletop, your arenas, food trucks, stuff like that. Level 1 is going to be more foods. It's going to be some different conference rooms. What are they called? Like theaters? Theaters. That's the word. That's a word. It's going to be theaters. Level 2, more theaters, just theaters pretty much. And then level 3, that's just the main theater. Very tippity top. That is the main theater. So this is good if you kind of need a rough overview where everything is. BCEC level 1 and 0, you can kind of get the rough layout of the land. So it's going to show you all these things. You can zoom in. This is super helpful. You can find paper maps on site. I just find this helpful, especially if I'm going around, I'm trying to figure out where stuff is. It'll show you all these different things where the merch booth, info, tabletop, quick note about cosplay. So nice little notes and things. And of course, the tabletop area, they have a full map available. And now it says more maps coming soon. It is really funny. I think it is a bug that you can see the map based on the exhibitor list. I don't think that that was supposed to happen. I think it was locked. So interesting that it's not on maps. Well, the cool thing is if you go to an exhibitor like Bandai Namco and you're like, I need to see them, it'll actually kind of show you this red dot too, of like, hey, they're there. And so you can start seeing where things are. Of course, this is where the merch and this is the main entrance over here. These are some of the booths that are typically there. And you can just go around and have a visual cue for where things are, where booths are, stuff like that. So that is a good thing to know, and that'll probably be available on the maps. I'm assuming when the last of the exhibitors do their thing, these booths could change. I'm surprised that Final Fantasy XIV hasn't been announced there yet. I know Square Enix will be there in some capacity, but not like yes and no. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I would expect this to change. So even though you can kind of find that workaround with the map, expect some things to change because that's just what happens. And then so that's all for the maps and interact. There's a few things you can do on here. First is activating your badge. So activate your badge here. It does that for a few different reasons. Mainly the one that I see is the PAX XP. So if you have a badge, you go through all the things and you can play PAX XP. You can get some free things, usually nothing huge. Kind of it's like a little like quest. It's like a little side quest thing that you can do. It's good to do that. PAX playable games. This is brand new. Welcome to our collection of games across the PAX universe. How to use this library, search in the bar below or browse using the toggles to the right of the search bar. This is new. Aha! Okay, so this is showing you, I guess, just kind of showing you all the games that you can play. Like, even like Assassin's Creed. You can go to CCFP. What does that mean? I don't know. But there are a lot of places to just do like open free play, and I'm assuming what this is kind of that. It's more so like or the expo hall. Okay, so these might be like new games as well as old games. This is kind of like, I guess, this big open library of all the games you can play. So maybe if you're looking for a specific game, this is actually a really cool idea. If you're looking to play a certain game, you can just search it here and it'll tell you where it's at. So that's honestly like, oh, Kojima Productions. This is honestly really, really helpful. I'm honestly surprised. That this exists now. This is cool. Never seen this one before. So if you want to look at what games you can play, here you go. And then favorites. So favorites will just bring you to all your favorite things. Locations, performers, etc. So anytime you favorited things, it just kind of compiles that for you. PAX Countdown. If you just want to know how many days left till PAX, there you go. PAX East is 11 days away. Okay, this is getting exciting, no? I am very excited, so very, very, very. And then want to enforce. This is the Enforcer application. So this is kind of for all year round, I would assume. Enforcers, those are the amazing people, human beings that volunteer at PAX to help make sure everything runs smooth. I cannot appreciate enforcers enough. So if you want to sign up to be an enforcer, that's how you do that. And then, of course, all the different social media handles for PAX are there. And that's it. That's the PAX Nav app. So that is a full overview of what everything is here. Of course, I recommend download this now. We have less than 2 weeks left. Download this now. I say that because it is a good tool, like I showed you, to plan your experience, especially if you're only there for 1 to 2 days. It is really good to start figuring out who's there, what's there, where everything is. And then from there, on the day of, you can find things a little bit easier with maps and booth numbers. You can keep your notifications for schedules coming to your phone so you can get updated. I believe, don't quote me on it, in years past, so I wear an Apple Watch, I believe I actually get the notifications here too. I will wear this at PAX pretty much every day because it's so nice to just like, oh, here we go, there's the time, there's the notification, time to go to the thing. So I think that this is a super helpful app, despite any bugs it may have. I just think it helps. It makes your life just a little bit easier, and who couldn't use that, honestly? So, thank you so much for watching, friends. If you want more Final, I started saying thank you for watching, friends. If you want more Final Fantasy news, and I'm like, nice. Wrong type of content. Thank you so much for watching, friends. If you want more PAX East news, updates, tips and tricks, all the things, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me as I do a lot more of this style content. Of course, I do a lot of Final Fantasy XIV content and some writing, so if you want all the things, just feel free to subscribe. And we have a lot of work to do between now and PAX, so definitely stay informed, stay hydrated, and we will see you at PAX. Bye!